What's your Tyler's back with my retro reviews here on Tyler's Retro Reviews with like another continuation of another year of TNA in 2011 with Destination X 2011. The tagline is Forward to the Past because they brought back the 6-hour ring for one night. And, you know, it did. That was kind of interesting to bring back that concept because remember back at Genesis 2010 when Hogan buried it? Yeah. But yeah, let's get into it. July 10th, which will be the actual 15th anniversary of this event, by the way, tomorrow. In the Impact Store in Orlando, Florida. So basically there's that. So there's not much of a build up really. I mean the only build was something that's not happening on this event. Because like I said before, this is like the beginning of like I said after Slammiversary. Where Sting morphed into Joker Sting and all that. We're 15 years now from it. With that Midsummer Massacre, yeah, where he won the world title again for, like I said, the last time. And Sting will never get another world title run after that. He will still be in the world title scenes, but never won another world title after that. So, literally, that's like the only non-build for this pay-per-view because that world title did not happen here. Because who cares about that? We got it, but again, we'll talk about the whole thing with Sting and all the world title fiasco by Hardcore Justice next month. Anyways. Yeah, let's get into this whole event, really. With Kazarian defeating Samoa Joe in a pretty solid opening contest, and yeah, it was a solid match and all that. But Joe at that point was on a really rough way, really. I give it a 7 out of 10. You know, good match still, but still. But anyways. With next stop, wow. Is a open challenge type match. Douglas Williams defeats Mark Hangis. Who? Decent match though, but I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Who the fuck is he? No one got hit in the head with a brick. I'm sorry, I keep thinking Mark hit with bricks and all that. I'm sorry. I had to say that. I'm just being honest. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just, yeah. Arrogant and Shortway defeats the Young Bucks. This is the last time I'm going to mention them on here. Whew, thank God. Yeah, crowd did not care. Well, for the Young Bucks, that is. And they were going after this. That last match, I gave it a 6.5. This gets a 5. I almost forgot. No. So, I almost forgot. But anyways. Sorry, I was thinking about that last comment I made. It's just funny as hell. Anyways, next up is the Ultimate X match to determine the number one contender for the X Division Championship. Alex Shelley defeats Amazing Red, Robert E, and Shannon Moore in a good match, but that's all I have to say. It's really a 7.5 out of 10. You know, not the. It's just thrown together, really. I mean, like I said before, it was just a. It's just that. And then they Robin and defeating Jerry Lynn. Just, yeah, I mean, this was going to continue their feud going towards Bound for Glory. Yes, Jerry Lynn was in a program in 2011 with his old ECW foe in RVD. You know, it's kind of odd to see Robin in the six-sided ring, and kind of cool at the same time, really, but yeah, good match. I give it an 8 out of 10. Probably the second behind maybe the main event, perhaps, yeah. We have next up is a four-way X Division Showcase Tournament Finals for an exclusive TNA contract. Okay. Austin Aries defeats Jack Evans, Low-Key, and Seaman Ion in a decent, yeah, decent little match. But still, it was a little decent match. I give it a 6 out of 10, really. But still, I mean, could have been better, but still. They're the only other build towards match, really, because this is an important one, apparently. For the X-Men Championship, and there's a stipulation, if Abyss won this, the X-Men Championship will have to be changed to its name to Extreme and becomes a hardcore division. You know, I want to think about it. What if Abyss wins and becomes a hardcore championship? He didn't win, unfortunately. This guy, that's like a dumb theory, but Brian Kendrick does win. He defeats Abyss to win the X Division Championship. Yeah. And then they put a weight limit on it afterwards. Why? I thought the X Division was about no limits and all that. You gave the belt to Abyss on May 19th. I'm not going to do the whole Kane voices thing again, because this is not about him. And yeah. Just a I think this was the worst of the night. I get a 4 out of 10. Just a 4 out of 10 because I'm being generous with that. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to, but still. And then finally, the main event is HSL defeating Christopher Daniels. Again, this was another fantastic match in their long history with each other. 9 out of 10 I'll give it. HA won with a spiral tap, and that was it. And that's how the show ended. So, that was 9 out of 10 I'll give it. All in all, Destination X 2011, good show. Yeah. 6.8 out of 10 I'll give this event. It could have been a lot more good, but yeah, next week I'll do the 4 Nights 99 next week. To continue that little side project I said. Except for over the Edge 99, because like I said, you obviously know. But yeah, that's next week's tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my SmackDown review, and then the Saturday will be Hunt for Gold, all that, and we're done for tonight. So like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel, notification as well as the main channel also in there. Bye.